All right, so just to film the progress on the chicken coop, we have an A-frame coop. Initially, this was supposed to be for the quail, but since it was so beefy and so big, we decided, we'll just extend the quail pen out, the one that we have out, and then make this for the chickens. This will get attached to the beehive. So we've got our door over there. And that thing was a real pain in the butt. I measured 3 times for that door and still wasn't perfect, wasn't squared. 3 times. 3. But anyways, it works. It works well. So I'm not complaining. But it's, it's frustrating because I built a door on the quail pen. So I was like, oh yeah, I got this. I know how to do it. Well, obviously not. It's okay. It opens and it doesn't scrape or rub. So it should be okay. We have a bunch of nesting boxes. So we have 11 chickens, and I think the ratio is you need 1 nesting box for every 3 chickens, but with the size and shape of this, we can put 8 nesting boxes in here. Of course, they're probably not going to use all of them, but that's okay. Hopefully we'll get more chickens eventually and integrate flocks like we did with the quail, but who knows. So we did put some vinyl down, and the reason I put the vinyl down is I wanted something that I could pressure wash and clean up easily. So with most chicken coops, you have to do a lot of shoveling, and I didn't really want to have to break my back and squat a lot and do a lot of heavy lifting because my lower back is bad. So what we're going to have here are some doors. We'll have a door here and a door here, and the same will be on the opposite side. So we'll have a lot of ventilation and a lot of doors, and when I'm ready to actually clean this thing out, I have my little rake, which has a flat end, and I just put it right here, and I scoot it all across and out the other side. So just a little shove. Oops, sorry, chicken. Got chickens at my feet. Little shove on each side, and that'll clean it right out. And with this vinyl, it'll keep the wood underneath from getting rotted and damaged. So most chicken coops that I've seen on farms, I've noticed that their floors are rotting and they're soiled, and even when they change out the bedding, it's still really disgusting, and the wood is just soaking up all sorts of gross stuff. So I didn't want that to happen, and this will last a very, very long time, and I can clean it with a pressure washer or just a hose, and it'll be nice and fresh anytime I change out the bedding, and I'll keep that wood underneath nice and safe. And then for the sides, it's just little boxes. I made these 14 by, what was it? Another 14 wide, and so they're 18 tall and 18 high, and that should be plenty for the Rhode Island red chickens that we have. On the back side, we're going to have a door here with a vent, and the way we're doing the vent and the door is that we want to make sure we actually have a fly screen on the open window section, so we'll have one up here, and the fly screen is just going to keep bugs from getting in and make sure that the chickens are really comfortable in the summer, so they'll get the ventilation without all the bugs and mosquitoes and things that we all hate, right? And down here, we're going to have a small door that will open up and just go right into the bee section. So they'll be in with the bees, and they can clean up the area and eat dead bees and walk around there with the flowers. They'll be very happy. And you can see we've got chicken screening right here, chicken wire, but we're also going to use our chain link fence, which we have a roll down there. And the reason we use chain link fence for our quail and for the chickens is because we have a bear that lives around the area, and we also have a bobcat that lives right in the yard. And the bobcat lives, I think, under the shed. At least that's where she's always running, and that's where she had her cub. So we have to really make sure that these guys are protected. The first flock of quail that we got, we had a bear rip through our chicken wire, and it ate all the quail in one swoop. And then it went in and knocked over the bees. So the bees now have chain link. The chickens will have chain link. And at the front, I'm going to put a little motion light over here, and then one at the middle. And that way when an animal comes around, that light will come on and it'll freak them out and hopefully make everybody run. Yeah, so that is the coop, and I can't wait to get it all complete. So they'll have a lot of extra space underneath. Oh, you know what? And under here, this is where, so it's hard to see, but we've got a beam under there. That's where we're going to hang the water and the feed because we want it to be out of the elements. We don't want it to get all wet and icky. But I'm anxious to get these guys out, and they want out too. I've got them running around the garage making a mess over there. But they're ready to go because they're almost completely feathered out. Oh yes, but you can see she's not happy I'm lifting her up like this, but they're almost completely feathered out, ready to go. They're very happy. They're very well-behaved chickens, so that'll be nice.